Hey, beautiful people. Welcome back to Meghan and Harry Tales. I'm your host, Adrian. And today, we've got to set the record straight. So buckle up because we're diving into the latest smear campaign cooked up by royal biographer Sally Bedell-Smith, served hot with some help from Kinsey Schofield and Maureen Callahan on their podcast, Recollections May Vary. And spoiler alert, recollections absolutely do vary. They're trying to push a cold, tired narrative that Meghan Markle doesn't love Prince Harry, that she engineered the relationship, and that Queen Elizabeth was deeply hurt by their behaviour in her final years. Let me say this clearly. That is ridiculous. Let's unpack it. Let's start with this claim from Lady Elizabeth Anson, the Queen's cousin, who supposedly said, "We hope but don't quite think she is in love. We think she engineered it all." First of all, can we talk about the utter snobbery baked into that line? Because when a black American woman marries into an ancient European institution and suddenly has ideas, standards and a spine, the whisper campaign always starts, "She's manipulative. She planned this. She's acting. She doesn't love him." They pulled the same mess with Dodie and Diana, with Fergie, and now Meghan. But Meghan's crime? Loving a prince on her terms and not theirs. You mean to tell me that a successful woman who already had a thriving career, global visibility and financial independence somehow engineered her way into a family whose relevance is held together by jewels, tabloids and taxpayer pounds? Let's be real, Meghan didn't need the royal family. The royal family needed Meghan. And they still do. Look at the numbers, look at the engagement, look at the headlines. They haven't gone a day without mentioning her name since 2016. To truly understand the origins of the ambitious schemer myth, we need to look closely at Meghan's life before she ever met Harry. Meghan was already a successful actress, known for her talent and hard work. She was financially independent, building her own career, and she was deeply involved in humanitarian work. Her advocacy for gender equality and global causes wasn't just for show. It was genuine, passionate, and had been a part of her life for years before the spotlight of royalty. Meghan had a rewarding career, a respected public platform, and a sense of purpose. She wasn't searching for rescue, nor was she chasing a royal title. In fact, joining the royal family meant giving up much of what she had worked so hard to achieve: her voice, her career, and her personal freedom. The idea that she abandoned all of this simply for status or fame ignores the reality of her sacrifices and the personal costs she paid. By marrying Harry, Meghan didn't gain a new voice. She was forced to silence the strong, independent voice she had carefully built over the years. When you look at the facts, the narrative of ambition and scheming simply falls apart under real scrutiny. Meghan already had purpose, fulfillment and success long before she became a duchess. What she found with Harry was genuine partnership, a relationship built on mutual respect and understanding, not a stepping stone to something greater. Their story is about authentic connection, shared values, and supporting each other through challenges, not about calculation or ambition. Against all odds, two people found a shared path and built a life together, despite the extraordinary circumstances surrounding them. In the end, the truth is much simpler and far more human than any myth or headline could ever suggest. Who benefits from negative stories about Meghan? The monarchy and the tabloid media feed off each other, spinning drama for profit and relevance. Meghan, as an outsider, was the perfect target. Successful, biracial, American, outspoken. The media profited from painting her as a disruptor, fueling public interest. The royal family, meanwhile, could deflect criticism by making her the focus. She became a convenient scapegoat, distracting from deeper issues. There's no grand conspiracy, just a system driven by profit and self-preservation. Meghan and Harry were caught in this machine, treated as characters, not people. The relentless focus on Meghan served both media and monarchy. Conflict sells, controversy distracts. Their real story was lost in the noise. The system thrives on drama, not truth. Critics claim Meghan and Harry's actions deeply hurt the late Queen, but the Queen's own statements showed understanding and support, not condemnation or anger. The media amplified the heartbroken monarch narrative for added drama. Meanwhile, Prince Andrew's scandal received far less vitriol than Meghan's minor breaches. This double standard reveals deeper biases, easier to vilify Meghan than confront real issues. The narrative of hurting the Queen was a weapon to silence and shame. Perhaps the greater sorrow was the institution's failure to truly protect its own. Meghan and Harry endured relentless hardship. Meghan faced media intrusion and racism from the start. Headlines questioned her heritage and suitability. The couple found little support within the royal institution. Their pleas for help were met with silence, even as Meghan's mental health suffered. They were trapped, their well-being sacrificed for the institution's image. Meghan's miscarriage, shared publicly, showed her courage amid intense scrutiny. Their suffering was real, a daily reality, not an excuse. Stepping back was an act of self-preservation, not pursuit of celebrity. Any parent or person would understand the need to protect family and sanity. Ignoring their suffering denies their humanity. Empathy, not judgment, is what they deserve. After all the noise, one truth remains: Meghan and Harry's enduring bond. Their relationship survived pressures that would break most couples. Loyalty, not calculation, defines their partnership. They stood by each other through ridicule, loss, and upheaval. Their love was forged in fire, emerging stronger. Choosing a new life was an act of courage, not abandonment. They chose honesty and authenticity, teaching their children dignity and self-worth. Their journey is a lesson in resilience and the pursuit of a life lived with truth. Meghan and Harry have earned their peace and respect. True love is measured by what you endure and protect together.